Ladies and gentlemen, the Pleb is back. In tonight's report, it appears like Pierre Poilievre is just as concerned for his safety as we are for his, as he confirms on a radio station yesterday that insane deranged leftists are threatening his family. As well, tonight, Trump makes his reappearance at the RNC last night, 2 days after getting shot, and announces his VP pick that makes the left have a collective meltdown. And in our last story of the night, the black community continues standing up for Donald Trump all over TikTok, and the footage, well, it's absolutely glorious. You won't want to miss tonight's story. Stick around. Before we start tonight's report, are you absolutely fed up of the bias of the liberal media? If the answer is yes, smash the subscribe button because I'm going to show you the news the mainstream media won't. Welcome to your Tuesday report. We have an action-packed show here today, so make yourself a bowl of popcorn because things are going to get seriously fun. Tonight's story will kick off with Toronto. It appears that the whole city is flooded. I'm seeing footage all over social media of the town being drowned by water, including this clip here over at Union Station. That's not good. Damn. If you want to see more clips of the flood, check out 6buzz and all over social media because the clips are everywhere. But something funny happened here during this Toronto flooding that may just be a miracle from God. Apparently, the CBC lost power today. For the first time ever, this building lost power. Let's go see what it looks like inside. Wow. The propaganda news network has no power. This is amazing. This actually makes me really happy. My only question with the CBC losing power is, did Pierre Poilievre defund them yet? If so, great job. But speaking of Pierre Poilievre, let's move it over to him because yesterday he was in Toronto giving an interview to a Toronto radio station and raised the same concerns that we have for him, that he doesn't feel safe from the radical left. He even asked for more security. Watch this clip.
All right. There's a serious question. Over the weekend, the attempted assassination of Donald Trump. You are a controversial person when you step up to those microphones and cameras and notepads. Do you ever worry about something like this?
I do worry about my family. We do receive a lot of, some of them are threats, some of them are implied threats, and some of them are vitriol that you can tell lead to violence. And a lot of them have been targeted at my family. So we have asked for security from both the Prime Minister through the RCMP and from the House of Commons. And we received that security from both of those sources. So we're very blessed to have that.
Good. That makes me happy.
Okay. Yeah, I could see where you'd worry about your family, but what about yourself? I mean, you've got to, at some point, coming in here is a safe way to talk to the public, going into a television studio, that sort of thing. But you're not going to be Prime Minister if you don't go out there and stand at rallies and out in public and talk to people.
I was just talking with your friend Alex Pearson, sharing a story when I was out door knocking, and I met this lady. She's from Cuba, and mid-conversation, she suddenly, out of nowhere, burst into tears. And I said, "What's wrong?" And she said, "Nothing's wrong." I said, "Well, why are you crying?" She said, "I'm so happy." "What are you happy about?" She said, "People like, I come from a place where people like you never come to see people like me." She was poor, Cuban, and where she comes from, the politicians roll by in motorcades with bulletproof glass, and I'm sure they never experience any danger at all, but they don't talk to people either.
Yeah.
So here's the trade-off. We can have politicians who are behind 4 feet of glass, who roll by in motorcades, but never shake hands with a real human being. and then we won't have a democracy. So
Like the Pope.
we have the trade-off, and I guess there are whack jobs out there that could do something. We take all the precautions possible, but I have to talk to people, and I'm not going to stop doing that.
Is anyone else surprised that this man received threats? I'm not. I see it on X every single day. But I got to give Pierre some props here, some serious props. Him saying he's not scared, he's going to continue campaigning, shaking people's hands. This is why I like Pierre. The man is a fighter. And during this same interview, the interviewer asked Pierre Poilievre about the carbon tax and how he would respond to Canadians who think that Pierre Poilievre is going to take their carbon tax rebate away. And the answer? Well, it's quite on brand for Pierre Poilievre.
By the way, this is an appropriate day to ask you because I checked my bank account this morning. I got a couple $100 from Justin Trudeau. And then he will say, well, here's the problem. Pierre Poilievre's going to take that away. That's my carbon rebate. You're going to take that away from me.
He already took it away from you. He took it away from you when you were gassing up your car, when you were buying your groceries with food that was taxed when the farmer used fuel to produce it, when the trucker used fuel to ship it. He took it away from you when he prevented you from getting that raise you didn't know you might have got, but for the fact that Bell is paying a carbon tax to heat the place. The parliamentary budget officer has demonstrated that 60% of families will pay more in carbon taxes than they get back in rebates. So it's a fraud.
Perfect.
And Trudeau wants to quadruple this tax to 61 cents a liter. Can you imagine how many jobs we're going to lose when factories are paying more for this tax? How many truckers are going to lose their jobs? And then they're not going to eat at local restaurants, so waitresses are going to lose their jobs. This is a radical, wacko scheme, and I am the only one who will put an end to it. I will axe the tax to bring home lower prices.
Well, you'll have no choice. People always say, politicians say what you want to hear. You've been so emphatic on that particular one that probably if you show up on a Wednesday, that thing better be gone by Thursday.
It's going to be fast. I will axe the tax. Lightning speed.
I'll axe it fast. Lightning speed.
It's going to be fast. I will axe the tax. Lightning speed.
Boom. What a perfect answer, honestly. I mean, they already did take it from us. There wouldn't be any checks if the government didn't take a carbon tax in the first place because they think, taxing Canadians can change the weather. Perfect answer from Pierre Poilievre. And the W's for Pierre Poilievre keep adding up because he was asked this week to apologize for his comments about saying that he's happy Trump shooter is dead. And guess what? Pierre Poilievre said he's not apologizing. Absolutely awesome. In our next story of the night, I have an update for you guys on the Jack Black situation we covered yesterday, as apparently Jack Black has canceled his tour and released this statement. According to Jack Black here, I was blindsided by what was said at the show on Sunday. I would never condone hate speech or encourage political violence in any form. After much reflection, I no longer feel it is appropriate to continue the Tenacious D tour, and all future creative plans are on hold. I am grateful to the fans for their support and understanding. Another win for the good guys. In our next story of the night, I got more follow-ups here on the DEI Secret Service, as apparently it is now day 4 since Trump got shot, and Kimberly Cheadle, the director, has still not resigned. And more crazy info is coming in on this DEI hire, Kim Cheadle, and her absolute screw-up of protecting the president, as now we're finding out she didn't put snipers on the roof where Trump was shot because it was a slumped roof, and she was afraid someone might slip and fall. Are you kidding me? Per ABC News, that building in particular has a sloped roof at its highest point. And so, there's a safety factor that would be considered there that we wouldn't want to put somebody up on the sloped roof. So apparently roofers will go on sloped roofs every day to do their job, but not the Secret Service, the most elite security team in the world that's supposed to protect the president. You're worried that they're going on sloped roofs and they might injure themselves? Their job is to protect the president, even if it risks them getting injured. Ridiculous. But honestly, nothing surprises me coming from the DEI Secret Service, and the internet is absolutely roasting them, and they're roasting that clip I showed you yesterday, and now it's being narrated by David Attenborough. Watch.
After Secret Service Barbie, a highly trained member of the Secret Service, removes her weapon from its holster for the very first time in her career. She struggles to return her pea shooter as though it's her first day on the job. Fortuitously, her skills from a previous life as an amateur actress come into play, allowing her to convincingly mimic the swift draw of the weapon and scan the horizon for threats. Chewing her gum nonchalantly, she attempts to exude a tactical demeanor, reminiscent of a fusion between the Blues Brothers and Rosie O'Donnell. Despite her efforts, our agent's attempt to return her wireless hole punch to its home results in another failure. While she may have faltered at this most basic of tasks, she certainly looked cool while doing it.
Honestly, DEI is going to make people DIE. I want this gone, eradicated from our society altogether. And I got good news to report here, as apparently corporate America is on board because they're starting to flush their DEI departments, because over at Microsoft, they now just recently laid off their entire DEI team. We are winning, and nature is healing. In our next story of the night, we're going to move things over to the DNC over in Milwaukee. And oh boy, what a show it is over there as Trump makes his absolutely epic and grand return. Okay, look at this bandage on his ear. This is badass. This guy has serious aura.
United States, Donald J. Trump.
He looks so emotional. I mean, if he just got shot, I don't blame him. Guys, notice the Secret Service behind him? No women, no DEI, all men who look like they can protect him.
Thank my lucky stars to be living here today, because the flag still stands for freedom and they can't take that away.
And I'm proud to be an American.
Where at least I know I'm free.
The king is back.
I won't forget the men who died, who gave that right to
Never stop fighting. Wow. What a powerful moment. Beautiful.
Sing it. God bless the USA.
And at the RNC, Tucker Carlson gave a speech and had some quite interesting words to say about what happened to Trump this weekend, and is absolutely convinced that there's no way Trump is losing the next election.
For the purposes of this election, I mean, let's be honest, Trump just won. He won. Not only did he survive an assassination attempt, he stood up without knowing whether there were other shooters there. He stood up and faced the crowd and raised his hand and said, "Fight, fight, fight." That's it. You do that, you win. And by the way, I happen to notice that the crowd, which also didn't know whether there were other shooters, who watched Trump get shot in the face, they did not bolt. It wasn't like a fire in a theater, actually. They sat there, they watched him intently, and when he stood up, they applauded him, and many cried. Why is that? Because a brave leader gives his people heart. That's why. That's exactly why.
Yes, he did fire us up. He fired up the entire world. Well said, Tucker Carlson. And over at the Republican National Convention, a clip is going viral where Trump's son, Don Jr., puts this MSNBC reporter in his place and tells him to get out of here. Watch.
What is that change going to look like, Don? What practically, your father as president, I think you would even say, was a divisive figure. What's it going to look like in the second term?
I don't think he was a divisive figure at all. I think the media created divisiveness around him. They lied about Russia collusion. They said he was a traitor. They went after him in every which way as possible. If the media actually starts being an honest broker, talking about the things that he did, the prosperity he brought, the peace deals that he signed around the world, rather than the disaster that we're living right now, I think you'd do everyone in the country a big favor.
I know immigration's important to him. I covered the family separation crisis closely. Will we continue to see policies like separating 5,000 children deliberately from their parents?
You mean the Obama administration?
You know they didn't do that, sir.
Okay, sure.
Will there be a second family separation policy?
It's MSDNC, so I expect nothing less from you clowns. Even today, even 48 hours later, you couldn't wait. You couldn't wait with your lies and with your nonsense. So just get out of here.
Just get out of here.
What is that?
And the guy even he just looks like a weasel too. Well done, Don. So that was inside the RNC. Let's take things outside the RNC, where the radical left were there to protest Trump, obviously. And this person is so insane, saying that it's a shame that the shooter missed, but she's here protesting because she's scared of political violence. Watch this insanity.
You guys are out here on the heels of the attempted Trump assassination. Can I get your reaction to what happened the other day?
Well, it's a shame the person missed, but it's ironic.
How are they so comfortable saying this? These are supposed to be the no space for hate people, right? The tolerant people. How do they have no shame saying this? They're supposed to be tolerant and loving and accepting. Oh my God.
Person missed, but it's ironic that the shooter was also a Republican. And I am scared about political violence.
You're scared of political violence, but you were hoping that he wouldn't have missed.
Yes.
Wow. Could you elaborate on that? I mean, many people are thankful that the shooter missed and could have led to a lot of conflict in the country.
Regardless if Trump is in power or not, he has a lot of influence, and that makes him a very dangerous person, and nothing will stop. And we want to live, and sometimes Thomas Jefferson wrote a letter that included one of my favorite quotes, that sometimes the tree of liberty needs to be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants.
Do you hope to see others also, if all that holds true, do you want to see others try what this young man tried at this Trump rally?
I don't know if it would do any good.
Okay, interesting, yeah. I see you have a crossbow over here. Can you tell me a little bit more about it and why you decided to bring it here? You have I don't know what it is. It looks like a crossbow.
Yeah, it's a pistol crossbow. I don't like firearms. This is a much safer alternative, and it's used only for
They're so anti-gun, they bring crossbows now.
personal defense as an absolute last resort.
Wow.
I hope I never have to use it.
Why did you feel compelled to bring it here? Do you feel unsafe?
Very much so. I'm absolutely terrified to be here.
I had one last question for you since it caught my eye. I see you have a hammer and sickle tattoo. Can you tell me more about this tattoo?
I was born in the Soviet Union. I was brought here when I was a little kid, but it's just a symbolism of where I came from. No, I do not support Russia. No, I don't condone anything that it does or that Putin has done. I would consider myself more of a socialist.
No shit. No shit, you're a socialist. And you're so lucky to be brought to America, and you're trying to bring the communism with you. These people are, oh man, their brains are broken. They're sad. This is mental illness.
But it's just a symbol of where I was born.
Symbol of where you were born. Bullshit. It's a symbol of what you believe. Now let's move things over to Trump's VP pick, who he announced at the RNC was none other than J.D. Vance. Let's go see who J.D. Vance really is. For those of you who don't know J.D. Vance, he's friends with MP Jamil Jivani, someone very close to Pierre Poilievre, so he has connections to the Poilievre government, and apparently went to college, was college roommates with Jamil. Wow. I guess the Skull and Bones really do run the world still. All kidding aside, JD Vance seems like an awesome pick. And let's go see some of his tweets of the past that the left are losing their minds over. In this tweet, JD Vance says that childless cat ladies are miserable. Here's his quote. We are effectively run in this country by a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices they've made, so they want to make the rest of the country miserable too. Where is the lie? Or how about this one? Overheard at Vance camp headquarters, it's good our office is so close to a school. It means the Lincoln Project people can't come here. That's funny. Or how about this one here from JD Vance on DEI saying, DEI is racism, plain and simple. It's time to outlaw it nationwide, starting with the federal government. This guy's very based. Or how about this one, JD Vance, vaccine passports are a way of giving big tech even more control over our society. They're a terrible idea. He said this right in the middle of the pandemic. Or this one, accusations of racism are often about silencing dissent, right? You're not racist for wanting an immigration system that protects our citizens. Mock or ignore the people who say otherwise. Or how about JD Vance on Hollywood saying wokeness will make everything boring and ugly? Where's the lie? Or how about this one from JD Vance? Woke capitalism, culture war against your values with one hand, robbing you blind with the other. Makes me think of the carbon tax. Also, how about this? JD Vance trashing Chrystia Freeland for freezing people's bank accounts, saying this is why crypto is taking off. The regime will cut off your access to banking if you have the wrong politics. This is why I own Bitcoin. Or how about JD Vance on the Freedom Convoy saying what's happening in Canada is a far greater assault on democracy than anything the left has whined about the last few years. It could happen here if we don't elect people who defend our voters. Or this one, the Canadian truckers have killed 0 people, facts, and are being treated like terrorists in their own country. 18 months ago, BLM rioters killed 20 people and were bailed out of prison by the future Vice President of the United States. It's time for conservatives to get serious. Or how about this one from JD Vance when he sees our churches getting burned, asking, what the hell is happening in Canada? Or how about JD Vance on Ukraine?
I think it's ridiculous that we're focused on this border in Ukraine. I got to be honest with you, I don't really care what happens to Ukraine one way or another.
Wow. I think they made the right choice, folks. I'm not going to lie. And apparently Elon Musk agrees with me as well, saying, congratulations, JD Vance. Excellent decision by Donald Trump. The left is going to lose it. Even an ex-NFL legend and scholar, Antonio Brown, had this to say about JD Vance. Is that N-word from Home Improvement? Al Borland? More deep thoughts from the Super Bowl champion. I don't know about you guys, but ever since Saturday, it feels like there is a new energy. Something like after September 11th, people are absolutely fired up to vote for Trump in November, including this guy here at the gym who is training hard. Wow. Wow. This bro is not playing around. Absolute Chad. Absolute. And it's not just Americans and Canadians that are impressed with what happened on Saturday, Trump's absolute bravery. Apparently, the Japanese are impressed too by what happened to Trump because they turned him into an anime hero. Look, we're not going to understand a word they say, but it's going to be funny. Well, they even got the blood on his ear. This is amazing. Hilarious. They honestly screwed up shooting this man. They made him into even more of a hero. And this week, we're seeing a resurgence of Trump impressions, and they're all over the place, and they're absolutely epic, including this one on Kill Tony, where Shane Gillis plays Trump.
Oh my God! Wait, you guys. Unbelievable moment. You do not look at Joe Biden. Sit down, sit down. This is one of those moments we will never forget. Oh, there's the lovely Heidi, everybody.
Oh, hey. What a great lady. I talked to her backstage, and wonderful woman. The tits are real. Excuse me. A lot of people are saying her tits are fake. They're not fake. I touched them. And great tits, wonderful tits, American tits. And that's the thing that we've lost under this administration. Where are the American tits anymore?
Good question, Shane. Good question. And after Saturday, these Trump impressions are honestly getting out of control, including this one.
Liberty, they want to cut off my ears like the Taliban, but what they don't know is my ears can grow back like SpongeBob through budding, by the way. Hit me with your best shot, why don't you? Because if that's the best you got, you're a loser. You're such a loser, you missed so bigly. By the way, you had a big opportunity. You could have made my head blow up on TV, but you didn't do that, did you? Now my ear is going to grow back bigger and better. It will have better hearing. I will hear like an owl.
Absolute gold, including this tweet from Greg, who wrote, "Imagine getting shot at 7 p.m. and still making your 9 a.m. tea time." Well, you guys want to know what's crazy? There's an actual golf story from that day that's hilarious. Read this story from a caddy here saying, "I'm a cart boy at Trump Bedminster, where Trump played today, just 16 hours after getting nearly assassinated. He was in high spirits, which was great. Took time to chat with a lot of the staff, allowed us to follow him for a bit. There was a decently big group with him. Anyway, I was able to watch him putt on the 9th green. He had about a 20-footer with probably 2 feet of break. Sure enough, he drains it and goes, difference between me and the shooter is that I don't miss. So even after nearly losing his life, Trump still has time to troll his shooter. Beautiful. Now let's move things over to the black community. And after yesterday's show, you guys saw the black community really supporting Trump now. And yesterday was no exception, as this black man says, anytime Trump comes to the hood, he has security from us. Watch.
Say President Trump, my president, the United States president. You know who I'm talking to. This can even go to Trump Jr. Hey, if you're going to continue to do these debates in these states or in these little cities, and you want some proper protection, this is just a suggestion. This is just my opinion, bro. Because you have a lot of people out there that love you. A lot, right? And it's obvious that the CIA and all these alphabet agencies don't like you. They don't want nothing to do with you. They don't want to protect you. They don't want nothing.
He knows.
So here's my suggestion to you, Mr. Trump, Mr. President, even Trump Jr., if you get this to your father, huh? Go to the hood. Go get you about 30 to 40, maybe 50 of them ghetto-ass motherfuckers, excuse my French, I don't care if they white, black, right? And on the day before, you give them mugs a particular color to wear to protect you. I promise you, that won't ever happen again. Now listen to what I'm saying. If you decide to continue to do this, and you go out here on these little stages and do all this other stuff, you go straight to the hood, man. Go get you 40 to 50 of them cats standing around on the blocks, on the corners, and you had them protect you.
Facts.
I guarantee you that would have never happened. Because as paranoid as the cats in the hood are, that dude would have never got up on that roof. I promise you. Don't let these people protect you because they didn't want you out there in office in the first place. So you know what? Just a little bit of advice from a little brother from the hood. If you ever come to Washington State, you want somebody up there, man, with you to protect you, give me a call, man. Hit me up on TikTok, bro. I'll be more than happy to stand up there for you. You dig? Just my opinion. God bless.
I can see why that tweet has over 100,000 likes. It's powerful stuff, and the black community is not kidding. They really want to protect Trump.
Crazy shit going on for real.
Hold on.
What?
They just shot at Trump.
Nigga, who, nigga?
They just shot at Trump.
Nigga, Trump. Nigga, Trump, nigga.
Man, slap this nigga, bro. I need me another stimmy, boy.
Fuck that, nigga.
Come on, let's go.
Hey, Trump 2024, nigga.
Something about Saturday just really made people from the hood respect Trump more. I mean, just listen.
Hey, I don't know who need to hear this, but Trump more gangster than a lot of you gangsters. Yeah, Trump more gangster than a lot of you gangsters. We got us a real nigga on our hands.
I mean, it's undeniable. Trump's street cred is now through the roof.
Y'all hearing about the news with Donald Trump? I mean, it's everywhere. All the media outlets are talking about it. Donald Trump has been shot at. He has been shot at in Pennsylvania on the podium. And this is all I got to say about it. Donald Trump is officially a gangster. He's officially a gangster. That's some black nigga shit right here. Listen, Donald Trump has been to jail. Donald Trump has broken people out of jail. And now Donald Trump is getting shot at? Sound like a hood nigga to me. Hey, listen, sound like a hood nigga to me, man. I don't know. Listen, I don't know who shot at him. I don't know nothing. All I know is he's lucky, okay? Because whoever shot him was an old white man with fucked up vision. It probably was Biden's people. I think it was Biden's people. Anyway, he lucky it wasn't them young niggas. If it was them young niggas with the ski mask on, with the hood on, 98-degree weather outside the corner store for no reason, oh, he would have been done. He would have been in trouble. Donald Trump is scratching off everything to be a hood nigga right now. All he need now is some food stamps and a baby mother to say that he'll never see his kids. That's all he need now. He's really in the game. Like,
all he need is a baby mama who to say he don't see his kids. Oh my God. Or how about this one?
Well, I was about to choose the couch, but now I'm voting for Trump now. Anytime you can dodge a bullet, you should be president. I bet Biden ass can't dodge no bullet. I'm voting for Trump.
Or how about this one?
After seeing that video of Trump getting shot at, I'm fully convinced Trump is a thug in a suit. For one, Trump is literally a convicted felon. And for two, he was getting shot at, and in the middle of a shootout, he basically said, fuck the ops. Now look, I'm not a political individual. I don't care about none of this shit. But this picture right here, I'm not gonna lie, this shit got aura. And I'm not really a Trump fan, bro, but him saying fuck the ops and the American flag in the background, easily top 5 aura picks from this year. I'm already knowing the poster's about to go crazy. I don't know if I'm watching too much of The Boys, bro, but it just feel like some Homelander shit. Like we all know Homelander is basically Trump. And this just feel like a stunt Homelander would pull. I'm not saying it's fake. Well, I am kind of actually saying it's fake. But I don't know, something just seemed a little bit off about it. Like, we know Trump a thug, but is Trump that much of a thug to where he's standing up saying, fuck the ops while he getting shot at? Like I said, I don't know for real. Like, maybe I just been watching too much of The Boys. But if that shit was real and Trump dead ass got up mid shootout and basically said, fuck the ops, I gotta give it to him, bro. Trump is a real deal thug.
He a thug. I mean, what a compliment, I guess. I mean, this guy is now a convicted felon and the black community absolutely loves him. What a backfire from the Democrats. How about we listen to another message from a brother who is actually very awake and very informed. Watch.
You know what else I'm sick of? You know what else I'm sick of? I'm sick of hearing he's a threat to democracy, he's a threat to democracy. How the fuck is he a threat to democracy?
Yeah.
Because this isn't a fucking democracy, it's a fucking republic, and I'm tired of hearing you say this shit.
Based.
This is not a democracy, this is a republic, and how is he a threat to the republic? Because he was there for 4 years and he gave you the greatest fucking economy in human history. You were the safest that you ever been, ever in your life, and you had the greatest energy independence ever in human history, in United States history.
Based.
So how was he a threat to the Republic then? He was a threat to you. That's why you was fucking with him the whole entire time now he was there. And the same media that lied about Joe Biden being okay and everything's going on and he's the greatest fucking president, and all you motherfuckers that told everybody to vote for him, all you liars is the same people that kept saying all that shit about Donald Trump that was a fucking lie. And all the people see it now. So now it's up. The jig is up. The grip is exposed. We know none of you motherfuckers are really leaders and someone is your puppet master. We're going to put Donald Trump in office. Doesn't matter who you pick. We not fucking with none of them. None of them.
Wow.
It's over.
Wow. And according to this man, Philip Anderson, who's a great follow on X, apparently, according to him, the Cholos are pissed off as well. Let's watch.
They just try to assassinate Trump, man. He still walked off the stage better than Biden. They trying to get my guy out of here, man. Protect Trump, man. Protect Trump. 2024, man. Trump. That's it. They trying to do anything to get him out of here, man. They trying to do anything. It's getting spooky out here.
So yes, folks, the black community is completely behind Trump, and it's beautiful to see. This really lit a fire in people. It truly did, including my own people.
You fuck with Trump, you fuck with me.
The intensity. He has White Boy of the Year hat. The intensity of this is hilarious.
You fuck with Trump, you fuck with me.
Well, folks, it's official. Kid Rock is not playing around. And after seeing all of Trump's success with the orange look and the bandage, we all know this is coming because the left will do anything to win. So look forward to this, the new Joe Biden look going into November. All right, folks, this is a long episode. So if you made it this far, you're an absolute legend. Tell me in the comments if you watched the whole video. I want to know. But in the comments down below, I want to know, what did you guys think of Pierre Poilievre's radio interview? I know a lot of you are scared for his safety. I want to hear it in the comments. Also, what did you guys think of the footage from the RNC? What did you guys think of Trump's new VP pick, JD Vance? Absolutely based? Or you don't like him? I want to know. Also, the black community showing up to support Trump. Does this inspire you as much as it inspires me? Tell me in the comments. All right, guys, if you want to support this channel more than you already do by watching my videos and hitting the like button and dropping comments, you could share this video with your friends. Tell your friends about this crazy Canadian called the Pleb on YouTube, or you could buy a membership for $5 Canadian. It's a great deal because our money ain't worth much. My name is the Pleb. Double P, hit us with the outro.
Hey, guys. Hey, keep up the great work.
Thank you, guys. You hear that?
Keep up the great work.
Keep up the great work.
Let's bring it home.
Let's bring it home.
The Pleb.
The Pleb.
See you guys tomorrow. Peace.